a 7-time national champion and the greatest skater of her generation. The other, an enormous talent whose high notes are incomparable. They are the top 2 names in the sport. Michelle Kwan. Meet Sasha Cohen with a national championship. Nicely on this evening, we move from the men to the ladies as we bring you back inside Phillips Arena here in downtown Atlanta and welcome you back to our coverage of the 2004 State Farm U.S. Figure Skating Championships. Hi again, everybody. Terry Gannon back with Dick Button and Peggy Fleming joining us right now. Dick's got 7 national championships. Peggy's got 5. I've got 1, but that was in basketball. Nobody cares about that here. This ladies short program setting up the free skate over on ABC Saturday night in primetime at 8 o'clock Eastern. And Dick, doesn't get much better than Michelle Kwan matched up with Sasha Cohen.
Well, you know, these are 2 magnificent skaters, but the interesting part is that they're both totally different from each other. Michelle Kwan is an experienced warrior. She knows how to focus herself, direct herself, pace herself. I mean, good grief, she's won 7 U.S. titles, more than anybody in the last 3/4 of a century. Now, she's not quite as good technically as Sasha Cohen, but the interesting point about that is that she has a wonderful emotional impact. I mean, she shows us her heart. If she falls, we stay embodied with her. She is one of the only athletes I know that comes out bigger after she loses than when she wins. I mean, it's wonderful. Sasha Cohen, on the other hand, is a glorious, glorious stylist and technical skater, but she needs to be focused. She needs to be relaxed. She needs to keep from blowing it all with one big overkill, and that's a tough scene. I wouldn't miss this competition tonight for anything.
We're going to make you pick a winner before the free skate, which will be very tough.
Well, I absolutely think there's no problem at all with winning, and I'm looking forward to seeing that happen.
We've already learned with the men that you cannot discount those who we all perceive to be behind the top 2. You can't just focus on the favorites. One of those here is Jenny Kirk.
Absolutely. Jenny Kirk had the best free skate of her life at Skate America in October, landing 7 triples and a silver medal. It was such a joy to see her realize the potential we've all spoken of since she was a little girl. And for 3 years, she's dealt with injuries, the loss of her mother, and a loss of focus. But with the help of her big sister, Emily, she reconnected with the sport she loves. She looked great in practice, and all the talk here in Atlanta has been about Sasha and Michelle. But I say, watch out for Jenny Kirk.
But back to the other 2. Most people are focusing on them. What has been happening recently with Michelle and Sasha? For more on that, let's go to Lisa Guerrero right now.
Thanks very much, Terry. Now, both Michelle Kwan and Sasha Cohen were looking for chemistry with their significant others. And by significant others, I don't mean a guy, I mean a coach. They've both made coaching changes. Michelle Kwan earlier this season switched over to Rafael Ortunian, who she was hoping would help her with her technique and her jumps. And meanwhile, big news, Sasha Cohen left her coach, Tatiana Tarasova, who is in poor health. She is now with Sarah Hughes' former coach, Robin Wagner. Now, although they've only been together a few weeks, Sasha told me she's already enjoying practices more. She said, quote, with Robin, I have that click, that chemistry. Terry?
All right, Lisa, we'll see how it works out. The short program all about the 8 required elements. There they are. The jump combination, always a key. If you fail to do any of these, there are deductions. So here we go. The ladies' short program, 2 minutes, 40 seconds in length and worth 1/3 of the overall score. And on the ice right now, the 18-year-old from Colorado Springs, Ann Patrice McDonough, the 2002 World Junior Champion.
And there's a beautiful reserved quality about her skating, very elegant. The important element in this program, the combination triple Lutz double toe.
It almost looks as though she doesn't fight that, as though she doesn't, work it through.
And that'll be about a 4/10 deduction on that fall. That'll cost her an awful lot.
Awfully nice, though, the way she catches that foot without letting it drop.
Patrice, the 2000 U.S. junior champion. Last year, she came in 4th, just missing the podium at the senior level.
This another required element in the program, the spiral sequence. They're looking at the extension and the edging.
There are 8 total elements that need to be accomplished by each skater. There's no particular order to them. This is one of them, straight line footwork, and with these turns and toe turns and brackets and rockers and counters going in different directions and utilizing the full length of the ice, either in a straight line, a diagonal line, or a circular line.
And this final move here, this combination spin. Positions could be more complete.
But she's a very delicate skater and a lovely quality. She's put together beautifully. I'm sorry that she made that one mistake.
I think she needed a little more energy in this performance, but she's absolutely lovely to watch. Very ethereal out there.
Bit of a leg injury towards the end of this season, the Grand Prix at least. And Patrice McDonough, the 18-year-old from Colorado.
And this was her problem in the program, this triple Lutz. She is kind of leaning in the air, and you know, she just didn't fight for that landing. It seems like she almost gave up. And this was this footwork into this triple flip. Watch her tap in, leaning over quite a bit, but and she's leaning in the air. But see, she really fought for that landing, and that will really help her scores.
A look at the panel of judges working feverishly, the old traditional system. That's one of the things about the old system that's in use here. They spend a lot of time writing and not always eyeing the ice. That's changed under the new system.
Well, the reason they write is they have to know what they did when they get called up on a carpet for mismarking or being out of line.
So it's legitimate. You're exactly right. First set for required elements, 4.3 up to 4.7.
And those are relatively consistent.
And now presentation marks, Peggy, 5 2s and 3s.
Well, those are decent. I think she could have given a lot more energy and expression to this number. I know she can. I know she has it in her.
And 5-3.
The ladies' short program underway here in downtown Atlanta, and on the ice, a 15-year-old who is making her 4th trip to the Senior National Championship. That seems impossible. Beatrice Liang. 15 years of age, from Granada Hills, California.
We've kind of watched her grow up. She's just absolutely adorable. Very nice opening spin here. Lots of energy, speed, good positions. This is a short program. There are 8 required elements that all of the skaters have to do.
And one of them is a double or triple, and that's the double. We don't see any women doing it, not since the days of Tanya Harding. Americans, that is.
Plenty of young ladies in Japan doing the triple axel these days.
Cost her a 4/10 of a deduction. Nice variation in her arms in this layback spin. Be a little faster.
Now that change of edge will not be given specifically good marks in this competition, but because they are given better marks in the new system, the judges are now taking that into effect. This is our old-fashioned friend, the Charlotte stop.
Your point being that the new international system in the Grand Prix has had an effect already on the traditional system.
On the skaters, too. They know that they can build up more points with doing certain things, which are not reflected in the rules that we're seeing in this competition. You can tell the difference here between those skaters that have skated in the Grand Prix international competition and those that have not.
Flip. Looks a little slow out here, not covering the ice very fast. This final move, this combination spin. Finally, a smile.
She has a wonderful little explosive quality. I mean, she just bounces through this. I think she's a little ball of fire.
She should look very serious in this program. Usually she has a lot more personality, but she has had an injured hip this past year and has had very inconsistent training season.
It was back in 2000 when she made her debut at the Senior Nationals. She came in 6th that year, turned a lot of heads, including that of Michelle Kwan.
And look what happened here in this triple Lutz double toe combination. First, the triple Lutz. She's leaning already well into the direction that she's going. That is not the way to do this. And right there, she can't even check it or hold the edge. And of course, the two-jump combination doesn't happen.
4-2.
So we'll check out the marks now. And Tiffany Chin, her coach, is 8 months pregnant, so she didn't make it here. Don Laws is sitting in the kiss and cry with BB, as they call her. 4.2 to 4.9, the required elements.
And our marks for presentation.
And now the marks for presentation, 5.0 to 5.3. Any surprises?
No, I don't think so, and I don't think there's any wide variation between them either.
So Beatrice Liang here in the ladies short program. When we come back, one of the two headliners takes the ice. Sasha Cohen, with all her success, hard to believe she's never won the U.S. title. She's already found a common ground, though, with Robin Wagner.
She's a very, very hard worker and a perfectionist. And I love that because I'm the same way myself, and I kind of do something over and over until I feel it's right. And just to have someone to keep pushing me and to watch them be able to skate with me on the ice and just correct little things, it gets the program to a higher level. And I've also had a lot of fun skating with her. Just, I think, her attitude, the way we approach things, it brings a lot more joy back.
Sasha Cohen, the two-time U.S. silver medalist.
No, do you see that breath right there? That's something taught to her by Sarah Hughes, by Robin Wagner.
Well, if she can harness all of this talent, it will be magnificent. This young lady has incredible style and jumping technique. This will tell a story here. This triple Lutz, double toe, very solid, very calm, steady.
Beautiful landing edge. I mean, not a single change of edge in that landing. That was superb, perfectly curved.
And I love this flying camel. Absolutely gorgeous position. And again, very steady and controlled.
And an outside to an inside edge.
Wonderful layback spin with the arm movements very characteristic of this Malagueño music. qualities about this move is the steadiness that she has. It is just rock solid. She hits it, and it's so controlled.
Straight line footwork. Look at it start from one end, go clear to the other end. The turns, the counters, the rockers, the steps. This is really geared towards the new judging system with taking every advantage of every available opportunity.
She uses the music so well. A lot of attitude to that footwork section. This final move here, this combination spin. And watch the ending of this spin. Very dramatic and very difficult to do. She all of a sudden comes, after she finishes this last spin here, and she comes to a sudden stop.
She's going to keep the new coach, by the way.
Good start.
And Robin Wagner, we've gotten used to that smile and the applause, but it was for Sarah Hughes. Now it's for Sasha Cohen.
You know, there was something very interesting there, and that was the calmness that she had. You saw her taking her time. We haven't seen that too often. Even the breath at the very opening part of it seemed to settle her.
She was rolling through the Grand Prix, ran into problems the last month or so, searching for something. I think she just found it. Sasha Cohen with a standing ovation here in Phillips Arena. Back with her marks in just a moment. Area, along with her new coach, Robin Wagner.
And look at this opening when she takes up there. Look at the breathing right there. Now watch. See that? That was the thing that Janet Lynn did regularly, that skaters all the right have done. And look at this triple Lutz combination. First, the reach back, not so high as it used to be. Wonderfully pointed, stretched, toed. I mean, just magnificent flow. Everything about that was technically perfect.
And this was very solid. Also, the footwork right into this triple flip. Very nice tight turns in the air and a very strong, beautiful position on the landing.
Judges marks Sasha Cohen for required elements.
Well, she beat Michelle Kwan earlier this season for the first time at the Campbell's Classic. Can she beat her here? We'll see. Kwan still to come. Look at those for required elements, a 5'9".
That's pretty impressive and very well deserved.
And the best that we have seen certainly in this entire championship so far. That's usually you don't get those high marks on technical merit.
She just saw her presentation marks too. 5'8", 5'9".
Beautiful.
Not much room at the top for Kwan to better that, but we'll see.
All you need is a tenth of a point.
Yeah, you're right, Mr. Button. Sasha Cohen, brilliant. Here's Angela Nikodinov, the 23-year-old from San Pedro, California, who has had plenty of success at the U.S. Nationals throughout the years, a two-time U.S. bronze medalist, but that was a few years ago. She stood on the podium last back in 2001.
And she recently, well, actually February, she had shoulder surgery. She hurt it practicing a triple Salchow, but she is not including in any of the numbers she's doing at this competition. She has wonderful flow and freedom over the ice. She's a very strong jumper, but her confidence is her biggest enemy. Triple Lutz double toe.
Very heavy lean on that, which kept it from being a beautiful landing.
It might have been two-footed, but we'll wait and see. She's a real natural jumper. A lot of nice spring to her jumps. Beautiful triple flip.
Beautiful position on this flying camel, holding it so simply with the arms straight back. think is so nice about her is that she doesn't over-flail the arms like so many skaters do. Really quite elegantly simple.
And I love the circular footwork. It flows, goes with the music. Very nice. Skating very well. She's had really good practices actually this past week, landing her jumps consistently. So it's paying off. This final move, this layback spin, she does very well. Good speed in it. It's one of her highlights in her skating.
Look at the centering on that. I mean, that's magnificent. When she holds it together, she's first rate.
Very well done.
Comeback of sorts for her. She not only won the second of her bronze medals at Nationals back in 2001, but also a top 5 finish at Worlds last year. She had to qualify for Nationals this year for the first time since '97. The top names, you don't see that happening to, but she did, and now she's come here and really skated well in the short program. Angela Nikodinov. Sasha Cohen, just a few moments ago, of course, was brilliant, and she is with Lisa Guerrero right now. Lisa?
Thanks very much, Terry. Sasha, you looked so calm. You looked so controlled today. What's been the biggest difference for you since you've been with Robin?
I've just had so much joy in practice and so much consistency, and felt really confident and just felt great going into the competition with Robin. She's so supportive, and I went out there and we just did what we did every day in practice.
Looking forward to the long program, is there anything specific that you want to accomplish?
I want to skate like I skated my short, just execute, stay cool, and do all my elements.
Great job.
Thank you.
Best of luck. Terry, back up to you.
All right, Lee, back at Europeans in '96.
Wonderfully. Lutz jump right there, but it looked like it was double-footed. Triple Lutz. And this Chevy Stroh motion shows very exactly how she rises into the air, keeps her body straight, curved into the circles, and beautiful landing edge. That's magnificent.
The judges' marks for Angela Nikodinov. For
Sasha Cohen with the lead right now. And she put up numbers that are going to be hard to match for anyone. Here's the first set for Angela.
And they're very good marks, but those are really solid marks for her, and she deserved every bit of it.
Yeah. Good to see her skating well coming back.
Oh, it really is.
Never easy to do.
She's very pleasant to watch.
Presentation marks, 5.4 up to 5.7. So Angela Nikodinov in second place right behind Cohen.
5.4, 5.6, and 5.5.
From one Californian to another, Amber Corwin on the ice from Hermosa Beach. She had a top 5 finish at Nationals back in 2001.
And this program was inspired by her idol, Audrey Hepburn, in the movie Breakfast at Tiffany's. And that explains the pearls and the tiara and the long opera gloves.
I thought I was doing the Rose Parade again with the Rose Queen.
Oh. And she loves designing her costumes, so she really gets into this. And she is one of the few ladies at this competition doing a triple-triple combination. Here is a triple toe. Triple toe.
Oh, she landed that nicely, too. That was very, very cleanly and neatly done. Certainly keeps the feeling of this music going. The steps and the choreography work well with it.
It's a wonderful piece of music. sequences here. She could have more stretch, more steadiness in the position. She's very happy about that. All the difficult elements are basically behind her now. Circular footwork step. Now this final move, this combination spin. Good speed. Nice positions here.
Good back scratch spin. You don't see that too often.
Well, she's thrilled. What a great performance for her. I'm really happy for her.
Well, she should be. You know, she's worked very hard. She's been a steady competitor. She's grown slowly but securely in the competitive field, and she's done marvelous work. And she's been a thoroughly competent, person. I'm just all for her.
And she's not done celebrating yet, but she's got to leave the ice right now. 25-year-old Amber Corwin will check her marks in just a moment. And then it's Michelle Kwan taking the ice, looking for her 8th national title. We talked to her earlier this week about the chemistry between her and Rafael Aratunye.
Well, Rafael is a great technician in jumps, and in his whole, I guess, outlook in skating, I've learned so much in the last couple of months from him, and I'm interested to see what I will learn in the next, couple of months before everything. I mean, even being here, and it's nice when you can find that sort of combination between a skater and a coach, and that sort of click. And
is Michelle Kwan.
So your top 3, Sasha Cohen, Angela Nikodinov, Amber Corwin. But here is the one many came to see here in Atlanta. So many signs in this arena supporting Michelle Kwan, and not only her bid to win her 8th national title, but they want her to go to the next Olympic Games. And earlier this week, she said there's a good possibility of that, Mr. Button.
Oh, I would be delighted if it was.
This is wonderful music, great choreography in this program, and costume. Vera Wang, very complete package here.
That again is the most dangerous jump. I always worry when you see that forward edge going into that jump.
Now back to the calm that we know so well about Michelle Kwan. Nice position there, nice steady.
There's footwork required, not particularly difficult, but leads into this triple flip. Layback is actually easier than one in which the leg is held high, but she keeps a beautiful back position and sustains it.
This program really builds with emotion and tension. Much more exotic look for Michelle.